Are you tired of listening to Christmas songs that sound like this?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings.
Or this?
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Then let Animal House provide your holiday music with the new CD, Crown Royal and the Eggnog, rewrapped. You will get songs like
Night before Christmas, all in the house, dope on the scale, guns in the couch, and the fiends still needed in the barber still. Now we getting that trash bag money, popping bottles showing now.
and
Throw your hands up if you get some badass kids. If for Christmas they shouldn't get shit, but you love them so you give them everything that they want. But when tax time comes, they ain't getting nothing.
put Crown Royal and the Eggnog on your Christmas list.
I want a cherry red lag like the one my grandmama had. Diamond in the bag, chrome ornaments up under that. Woman on the pussy, trunk full of Thundercats. 45 in the stash, you ain't gon' want none of that. Good permit to
You may
carry
think
that. And I
this
want
once in a lifetime deal for this timeless Christmas music may cost you up to a sum of $19.99. But no, it's free. So, whenever it comes out, hit that download button. Thank you, Animal House bitches. This is not a CD about the birth of baby Jesus. This is an Animal House CD with a Christmas theme. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're looking for more, go somewhere else.
Hey, class is in session yet again. Welcome to another edition of the Heezy Hoopcast, powered by AnimalHeezy.com. Please visit AnimalHeezy.com at your earliest convenience and invite yourself, your loved ones, your side bitches, your pets, your friends, your family. Invite them all to betterness. What is betterness? Go to AnimalHeezy.com and find out. Iron Bread versus Yoga. That shit that was playing on the intro was our infomercial for our Christmas album, Crown Royal and the Eggnog. You can tell my niggas was some old niggas and shit when we made that motherfucker. Because even in 2012 when we made it, niggas was still saying CD instead of album and shit. Nigga just got CD so programmed because we was programmed by the 90s and 2000s and shit. But that was my guy Paco on that, man. Shout out to Paco, man. This episode is brought to you by, once again, Crown Royal and the Eggnog. Check out AnimalHeezy.com. Get the Christmas album. And niggas might be like, Bread, hey, nigga, it's not Christmas no more. Why would I want to listen to a Christmas album? Because it's a bunch of wild shit. It's some good music. And we also got a song on there called Happy New Year's, too. And we got a song on there called December 26th. So, you know. Checkmate. But yeah, so at this time, like I always do, I want to give a memorial shout out. Say real R.I.P. my big homie Kahoona and my nigga Ray Ju Goku. And I don't know how many of you guys have ever listened to this and wonder like who is Ray Ju and who is Kahoona, man. Kahoona was my big homie, North Memphis Animal House big homie. Older gentleman, not too much older than everything, but older than all of our young wild asses and shit, and just always, provided stability and guidance and fun and laughter for the crew and shit. And, he rapped as well, but, his contributions to us as a family and shit went so far beyond music and everything. So, I definitely want to bless his soul to say, bless his family and everything. And my guy Ray Ju, we went to MTSU together. We had a lot of mutual friends, and he passed away a few years ago in a car accident and stuff. But one of the original Animal House members when we was first trying to get this shit off the ground, when it wasn't 25 projects out, when it wasn't a podcast, when it wasn't like a whole situation being built, just a bunch of young niggas coming together and sharing their wildness with the world and shit. And he didn't ever rap on songs, but he always gave us great skits and great content to use on our projects and shit. So, speaking of, I'm going to let y'all get to know the homie Ray Ju Goku real quick with the skit he did off of Crown Royal and the Eggnog.
What it do, nigga? Ray Jew, nigga. What it do, nigga? Ray Jew, nigga. And I got a Christmas carol for you, nigga. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house was the smell of weed from the bed to the couch. The cigars were all filled with smoke with care, in hopes that Fat Man Santa would soon be there. 'Twas a nigga named Ray, 'twas a nigga named Bread. They was so motherfucking high, they damn near were dead. There was no Christmas dinner, but they still had cheer with Jack Produce chicken, Skittles, and beer. The whole witness knocked on the door in hopes of Christmas spirit, but Ray drop-kicked that nigga because he wasn't trying to hear it. They didn't spend money on Christmas lights of any kind, so they just turned on all the lamps and opened the blinds. Zilla told Ray that he was a coon and a thug. Ray said, man, Santa ain't no nigga in no red suit. That nigga a blood. Zilla took one more hit of the kush and said, fuck it, and said if Santa Claus was black, he looked like Uncle Ruckus. They both passed out high as hell, both of them snoring. They was watching a Lacey Cruz flick, but that shit got boring. There was a big-ass boom on the roof of the house, but they couldn't hear shit because they was too knocked out. There was Santa on the roof, but he couldn't come down the chimney because Bread stashed cocaine there, so we had to find another entrance. Santa jumped through the roof of the window, but he needed a fan. Ray and Zilla blew so much smoke, Santa got high secondhand. Ray and Zilla didn't have a tree because them niggas weren't able, so Santa put the presents under the kitchen table. When Santa saw them porn on TV, he messed up and squealed. Zilla ended up waking up and say, oh shit, Santa real. Zilla woke Ray up. Ray wasn't in his right head. All he saw was a fat white man in all red. Ray grabbed his gun, tried to shoot Santa in the head, but he was too high, lost his balance, and shot him in the leg. Ray said, what's up, cuz? What you trying to steal? Zilla said, nah, fool, that's Santa. That nigga is real. Santa said, I was just trying to give presents to all the needy. But Zilla saw all those presents, and he got greedy. He took Ray's gun, shot Santa in the head, and there you had it. Santa was dead. Ray said, why you kill him, fool? You killed old St. Nick. Zilla said, fuck these presents. We can pawn this shit. So they pawned all the presents. Not one was missing. The money they made was split in between weed and chicken. So fuck a Santa Claus, bruh. Get your money right. Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good night. Animal House, bitch.
Animal House, bitch, indeed. Hey. Rip my nigga Ray Jew go cool, man. We out here, bruh. That shit make me smile every time I hear it, man. Every time I listen back to the Christmas album, and I listen to the people that are no longer with us, and man, I just smile. You know what I'm saying? Smile that they was here and they did give us those moments and shit. So yeah, man. Niggas, happy first day of Kwanzaa. I have no idea, like what, and like 6 or 7 days of Kwanzaa. I think I'm a live Google that shit just so I don't sound completely ignorant and shit. Starts on Tuesday, December 26th and ends on Monday, January 1st, 2018. They have a non-black person's guide to Kwanzaa on CNN.com as one of the top stories if you look it up on Google. And today, the first day, is the day of unity. Okay, so yeah, we stand united, never divided, or some shit like that. And yeah, man, you nigga know why I'm here, nigga. Shit, nigga. I'm here. At first, how was you guys' Christmas, man? My Christmas was event filled. My Christmas was scotch filled. My Christmas was basketball filled, full of food and everything, man. I didn't do a whole lot. I didn't want to do a whole lot. It was a whole lot of work being done too, but I enjoyed it just fine, man. I did manage. I said on the Hoopcast before Christmas that I thought I wasn't even going to be able to watch all of the games and shit. And I did miss some quarters here and there, but I managed to catch all 5 games, like the majority of all 5 games. So, pat on the back for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. They had football on and shit, Monday Night Football, but no, nigga, this ain't y'all night. Y'all had Thanksgiving, nigga. This is 100% about this NBA shit. And even the Steelers play, nigga, we smoked the Texans and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nigga, ain't seen that many Texans get smoked since the Alamo, nigga. Ah! But that shit was on, but I'm still on my active boycott, nigga. Boycott, hashtag boycott NFL, hashtag watch more hoops. And I was watching all 5 games. The games was on across 5 games across 3 networks, with 4 networks, because the games was even in Spanish on ESPN Deportes. Can somebody hit me and tell me what Deportes means? Because I'm not sure. I mean, I'm probably about like 9% fluent in Spanish and everything. We ain't made it to Deportes yet. But I did do the poll on the He's a Hoopcast Twitter page about which game was going to be the most firest out of all 5 games and shit, even though I could only put 4 on the poll. I had to leave the Lakers and Timberwolves game off because they only let you get 4 options for the poll. But looking at the Lakers and Timberwolves game last night, that's the motherfucker that should have been left off, even though it was the most fire game for all of the wrong reasons. So, but anyway, the results are in, nigga. Hold up, do I have a drum roll or some shit? The results are in. No, that's lightning. That shit ain't gonna work. Okay. Yeah, results in. Yeah, I got 500 votes on this shit. 505 to be exact, which is crazy because the last poll I did on Twitter for the Hoopcast page, maybe the question was a little bit more nuanced. I think the first question was on Trivia Tuesday, like a couple weeks ago, and was asking who had the most turnovers in the league, and it ended up being DeMarcus Cousins, and everybody voted Russell Westbrook and shit because they know he's a turnover machine / blowtorch, but that's neither here nor there. We got plenty of time to get into Russell Westbrook. That one got like 18 votes. This one got 505. So shout out to Christmas. Shout out to Christmas Day games, and shout out to niggas like my nigga Renegade L. Ray out in Atlanta, man. You know what I'm saying? My nigga signed to Big Boy's label or something like that, man. I don't want to talk about too much shit I don't exactly know about, but nigga from the M out there, he definitely showed me some love on this shit. So shout out to you, brother. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas. But we had the Six versus the Knicks at 7% of people thinking that was gonna be the most 5-5 game. Cavs and Golden State got 66%. Wizards and Celtics got 9%. Rockets and OKC got 18%. So basically, motherfuckers really just thought the only 5 games was going to be Cavs versus Warriors and Rockets versus Thunder. Which, you know, it low-key almost was the case, even though I feel like niggas selling that Sixers-Knicks game short. But maybe it was, you know, the game was earlier than niggas was prepared to watch basketball or some shit. Or maybe you just connotation-wise hear Sixers and Knicks and you just get a little turned off. But Sixers and Knicks, the game that I showed up for, that I woke up early for. This game was basically Joel Embiid, JJ Redick, who, after looking at his jersey enough time, I feel like his jersey says Redick, and not even on in the funny way. I think it's just short for ridiculous, because this nigga, we got corny jokes on the Hoopcast too, nigga, as well as good ones, nigga. The nigga was ridiculous last night. He's been ridiculous for the Sixers anyway, man. Just been on some like, I'm gonna go hoop in another red, white, and blue uniform and show the people in the old red, white, and blue uniforms that I used to hoop for what they missing. But JJ ridiculous and TJ McConnell. It was Embiid ridiculous and TJ McConnell versus basically Porzingis, Courtney Lee, and Enes Kanter, who had fucking 31 and 22, nigga. 31 points, 22 rebounds. What the fuck was that, man? Shit. Embiid showed up with gifts as well, giving the Knicks 25 and 16. And a few blocks, sending some shit back down some niggas' throats. Embiid versus Canner was fun. It was really fun. It was more like Embiid versus Canner and Porzingis with all of them help defense blocks. But hey, the objective of the game is to put the ball in the basket while somebody's trying to stop you from putting the ball in the basket. So if you have a way to overwhelm niggas like that from trying to put the ball in the basket, then I guess you do it, you know. And then especially with Canner being the story defensive liability that he is, you know, getting a little help from Porzingis might kind of hide his flaws a little bit. But the nigga Ennis Canner came alive like I have never seen it. I knew the nigga was good, but he came alive like I never seen him. This nigga was cooking Embiid and whoever else dare come near him. They got cooked too. Man, nigga was goddamn dunking and rocking the rim a little bit and shit. I was like, oh, Stanley. Shit, but nigga, Joel Embiid is so good though. Like, this shit ultimately boiled down, like, beyond the three on three that I described, it boiled down to Joel Embiid versus a very inspired Enes Kanter and Porzingis, and Embiid did not budge an inch, giving it right back to both of them all night. Pause. And there was even a play towards the end of the Sixers closing it out, putting a dagger in it, where Embiid gets a tough shot blocked at the rim by Porzingis, aka Thing 2, and the ball goes out of bounds. So I'm like, does Embiid let that rattle him in Madison Square Garden with the game on the line? Or does he instead come back on the inbound, run straight out for the baseline three, and splash on the entire city like he's not taller than George Mirasan or some shit? I'm going with the latter. But speaking of George Mirasan, doesn't Ennis kind of look like he could be like a kid George Mirasan fathered upon entering America and experiencing America and all it has to offer, had a kid and never claimed him. Oh, then I got a conspiracy. Like, what if that is George Mirasan's kid and Enes Kanter been balling so hard and avoiding defense ever since to get back at his absentee father and then become a 10 times better hooper than he could have ever been. Wait, do I got some conspiracy music? Nope, just more lightning. Conspiracy. But, yeah. Hey, man, the Sixers are fucking good, man. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know how casual of a fan you are listening and shit, but the Sixers are really good, man. With just Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, and the process Joel Embiid in the starting lineup alone, man, like, you probably gonna be pretty good. But, no, they not probably beat the Warriors good or even beat the Celtics or beat the Cavs good. But these niggas in the squad they got are truly good enough for 48 minutes of winning basketball on some other niggas' home court while their players are even having a great game with the world watching on Christmas. They're that good. Anywho, Cavs and Warriors was the next game on. They had Jeff Van Gundy on the commentary. Thank you, Jesus. That's my nigga right there, man. As well as Mark Jackson and shit. Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy make for a good combo, a good tandem. You always kind of need Mark Jackson's one-liners going into the commercial break. And could please somebody on the internet go ahead and put together a best of compilation with all of Mark Jackson's best highlight montage into the commercial one-liners and shit. Like, you know, we already know hands down, man down, or you know, if LeBron goes flying into the front row and you know, makes a highlight of some shit and going into the commercial, he's like, "Excuse me, is this seat taken?" Or if Derrick Rose actually hit some shots or some shit, nigga, like, from the concrete a rose grows. Like, I love that shit. They got to put a compilation of all them shits together. But Cavs and Warriors started out a little slow, a little sloppy. Started to truly pick up around the second quarter and shit. I noticed that Tristan Thompson definitely don't look 100%, man. He looked like he had that get out flu out there or some shit, man. But it was good to see him back and shit. But he definitely don't look like he's 100% ready to be back or 100% ready to contribute in the ways that to the height that we've seen him do. But LeBron had a rough night, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep the team alive and shit like that. But he had a rough night too, getting stripped and getting swatted at and swiped at. And Kevin Love picked up the slack, you know what I'm saying. No Kyrie this Christmas, so Kevin Love pick up the slack with a monster 31 points, 18 rebounds. Stop the hate on Kevin when he has given us yet another reason to love him. Pun intended. Klay Thompson hit a ton of shots in Steph's absence. Kevin Durant dictated the tone on both ends of the flow, getting short buckets, long buckets, fast buckets, small buckets, tall buckets, bitch, all buckets. Dunks, blocks, steals, rebounds, ending the game with a couple of defensive sequences that stopped LeBron James and caused him to turn the ball over in the clutch. Excuse me. A lot of disputes about that last KD block on LeBron. I personally thought it was a foul myself, but since it was not called as a foul, it counts as another block for Kevin Durant. I think he ended up with 5 blocks on the night. I think I heard he's leading the league in blocks, which, you know, just takes Golden State's freakishness to a whole nother fucking level. But as much as KD did, man, if I ain't no better, I would say he looked like the best player in the world on Christmas. And of course, we still acting like it's a 2-team race to the final, Warriors and Cavs. And if we're pretending that is actually true, then this Cavs team really has not a snowball's chance in South Memphis to beat this Warriors team. Every player within that system still knows where to be and knows where the other 4 players are on the court at all times. They have a really sophisticated system of basketball they run with really sophisticated players running it, really sophisticated players that have mastered the system, while other teams are trying to figure out how to shoot threes better to try to stop them, which honestly is like trying to put Drake out of business by rapping better than him. Meek. Free Meek Mill, by the way. Fuck 12 and 11 and 13. Then the game was over. Golden State won. Everybody hugged it out center court. I was immediately over this Cavs Warriors thing. Like, hey man, I need a new main rivalry in the league. Preferably one where niggas ain't hugging and respecting each other and picking each other up off the ground after incidental contact, man. I mean, sportsmanship is great. Sportsmanship is awesome until it finds its way into my sports rivalries. I don't need that shit there. So Wizards and Celtics was the next game. I felt that's when I felt the fatigue kicking in, but I knew I was in for the long haul. So shit, Wizards and Celtics, man, on the Hoopcast before Christmas, I was kind of talking about it like, this one is like kind of, you know, I know it's gonna be some good players and shit, some high level basketball going on, but I'm like, out of all of them, it's probably the one that I'm like least excited about. Like just in terms of sheer excitement, just like, am I excited to see this? Am I like not gonna go nowhere? So in this game, yeah, you know, Kyrie did more magician shit. Brad Beal turned up on the Celtics. Markeith and Marquise, the twins that have the same tattoos as each other, played against each other. That was kind of tight. Kelly Oubre was too quick for the Celtics. Jason Tatum and Kyle Kuzma got to be the two ballingest, light-skinned youngest in the game right now. But I kind of like the maturity in Jason Tatum's game better. Nigga got buckets last night. Honestly, though, through no fault other than my own, I kind of lost interest in this game somewhere around the third quarter. I left to go meet Ice Cream Jason Green at the bar to go watch these last two games. And, who won? Who won that game, man? Can somebody tell me who won? Celtics and Wizards? Wizards at Celtics. Then the Rockets Thunder came on. I missed half this game because when I got to the bar, they had NFL Hater Ball and University of Miami versus Middle Tennessee State playing basketball on every fucking screen until I finally found the manager and got him to put Rockets Thunder on one of the awkwardly positioned TVs and shit, man. Still nigga. Westbrook showed off a lot of the deadly mid-range shots. I actually saw him take a lot less threes, which I'm proud of you for. And Ringo's proud of you. Paul George was unstoppable late in the game. Melo played Melo ball, got a lot of easy buckets. Eric Gordon, James Harden, Trevor Ariza tried to collectively hold it down in Chris Paul's absence and made a valiant effort, but came up short in the end. But all in all, that was a dope ass game and shit. And hey, shit, nigga, I love to see them meet up in the playoffs and shit. As close to 100% health as they could possibly achieve. Lakers Timberwolves, final game of the night, and now we get to arguably the most entertaining for reasons it shouldn't be game of the night. Timberwolves at Lakers in Staples Center on TNT, which I had no idea meant that Charles Barkley, Shaq, Kenny Smith, and Ernie Johnson was going to be commentating the game. Like, nigga, I watch games on TNT just to get the halftime show or the post-game show from these four. But the basketball gods saw fit to have all four given the play-by-play for 48 minutes on Christmas. What have I done to deserve this? Woo! So, man, from the first quarter, I was like, oh, yeah, Charles Barkley is drunk and he's in his zone tonight. I'm going to love this shit. And from the jump, shit was everything you would think it would be watching 50-year-old niggas, 50-year-old shit-talking niggas watching 19-year-olds play basketball. Everything you think that shit would go like, it was that plus more. Oh my God, this shit was great. Niggas was, all four of them niggas was, I had 3 out of 4 of them niggas. Of course, with the exception of Ernie Johnson, niggas was complaining about 3-point shooting. Niggas complaining about niggas not knowing how to push the tempo. Complaining about niggas waiting so long in the shot clock to try to get a shot off. Niggas talk about, why did you even pass that? What are you doing? Chuck talking about these bums get paid, but they get paid today, and I played today. They couldn't afford me because they would have to pick me up in a spaceship instead of a limo. Whole lot of, oh my God, under niggas' breath anytime either team did something. Kenny still talking about that bullshit hand checking like that shit ain't been out the league since 94, which, they made a lot of points, and but nigga gotta stop talking about this hand checking shit. Like, nigga, that's when you begin to derail your own argument and just sound like an old bitter nigga. When you start off making your points and you talk about X's and O's, you talk about effort, I'm with you, but niggas start talking about hand checking and shit. Nigga, that's where you kind of lose me. But, nigga, whoever idea it was to have 4 legit senior citizens commentate a game full of pro toddlers, give that nigga a raise, because this was the funniest shit I've ever watched in my life, nigga. This is the best game commentary I've ever seen in my life. Chuck berates these young niggas for like 2 quarters straight. Then finally says, like, you can't even criticize these young players. If you do, then you hate. I thought that lack of self-awareness in that moment was hilarious. But, you know, if they was as drunk as I thought they was, I can understand how their self-awareness was inhibited. Anywho, Chuck was the star as usual. Chuck said Kentavious Caldwell Pope should be getting sent to the D League, to which he was corrected and informed that it is now the G League, to which he said, oh yeah, Gatorade can't do a damn thing for these kids. This nigga also went off on a tangent about Trump and how anything is possible now with a nut like that in office. Then says, but thanks for the tax cut for the rich people like us. Poor people don't stand a chance, but thanks. And then he went on to clarify that he thinks that rich people should not receive tax breaks. But oh my God, he was still just getting them off, nigga, like getting that type of shit off during a national NBA game on Christmas. But you know, that game came on like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern on Christmas Day, so most people probably didn't even see that. They just lucky stars. But speaking of commentating a game like that late, Cuz also said having them commentate a game like that make him feel like Adam Silver must be deliberately trying to lower their ratings. This guy was wilding out on everybody, man. Which I said on the last pod, man, I don't know how the Lakers keep getting these Christmas games with records of 11 and 20 and worse. But apparently I found out the Lakers have played in like the past 11 Christmases straight. So it's just a thing, you know. Make no mistake though, like this was a bad game, man. Like shit, nigga, I spent more time up to this point talking about the coverage of the game than the actual game. I mean, it was a lot of jacked up jumpers that did not lend itself to an aesthetically pleasing game to a viewer such as myself. A lot of 3-pointers early in the shot clock. And I love the Lakers, but yo, this is the first time I've really seen them like look this bad against a team that's not really even that good. You know, like the Timberwolves are cool, but you know, they ain't put the pressure on them because the Timberwolves are playing jackass ball too. And the Lakers would do this weird thing where they would just play jackass jack'em ball for like like 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time. Early shot clock, nigga, just jacking up threes. If they do manage to get the offensive board, they kicking it back out. Somebody jacking it up. Ain't nobody seemed to be gifted with the stroke last night, but they just kept on shooting them and kept on shooting them. And then out of nowhere, they would start slowing the offense down and running plays that actually worked. And, you know, getting a lot of, baseline action, a lot of backdoor action and shit. And I'm like, why was y'all not doing this the whole game? Like, y'all ain't even demonstrated no such proclivity to be able to run your offense this way. And then out of nowhere, they just started running plays and getting easy baskets. And Shaq and Charles was being assholes like, oh my God, get an easy pass to the basket and then you just get an easy bucket. Oh my God, it's amazing how that works. Shaq said some funny ass shit too, man. He was like, see what happens when you run the floor? The ball falls in your hands. Yeah, I just thought that was funny, man. Niggas had to see that game. I went to go look for the whole game, see if they had the whole game on YouTube yet. They don't have it. But because when you look at the highlights, you know, you can hear some of that shit that they was talking. You could definitely look at the 9-minute highlight reel of this and catch how much shit Shaq, Kenny, and Charles Barkley was talking. But you can't get the full context of everything because, oh my God, this was the funniest 48 minutes I have ever watched basketball in, man. This shit was even greater than what Jeff Van Gundy gave me, and I wish there was a way to get Jeff Van Gundy. I'm playing some fantasy hoops type stuff with commentators, but if there was a way to get Kenny Smith off of Inside the NBA and replace him with Jeff Van Gundy, game over, man. Basketball, NBA basketball is already the greatest sports product in the world ever and shit, man. But it would just be game over from there. It would just be checkmate. But Julius Randle, Taj Gibson, and Karl Anthony Towns was the only players all night who actually played like adults. Everybody else was playing rec center ball. Karl Anthony Towns is got some legit heart, but I think I'm starting to not like him, man. He just got too much sassiness in his game and shit. But that's just me talking as a fan, being funny and everything, man. Wolves finally put the hammer down in the fourth quarter. Wolves win. And I win, too, and America wins from all of this great basketball that happened. So, man, that's that on that, man. I ain't going to be too drawn out. I just want to recap the games, make sure that I did, make sure I let the hoop court community know that I watched all the game, nigga. I caught them all like Pokemon, so I will end you on this note. I played the Ray Ju skit from the Christmas album earlier, and now I'm going to leave you guys with a song that me, Paco, and Kahoona did. Kahoona has the last verse on this song as a tribute to my nigga during these holiday times. So, hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas. Hope you got everything you wanted. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, man, just remember to go unite with somebody today, since unity is the theme, apparently. If you celebrate Hanukkah, L'chaim, and I see niggas New Year's, man.
Crown royal in the egg now. That mean I'm dope. These holidays, I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with snapback hair. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I'm still from my 80s, man. I'm so fresh these holidays. I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with snapback hair. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I'm still from my 80s, man. I'm so fresh. Turn up, man, that's so clean. My bitch can't even touch me. I almost spilled some liquor on me. How? Watch where you pouring and don't step on these Adidas. You can tell I just got her, cause I'm walking like a nigga that ain't trying to piss the ground off. Snap back, sit on my dome, 60-40, and I'm sipping on the crown and the eggnog. Homie, now get me in the Christmas spirit more than some new shoe. They say Christmas about giving. Well, I give myself an applause for walking in that hoe, buying the hardest shit in the mall. Nigga, I'm friend down to the draw, even though they from Walmart. Friend down to the draw, though they came from Walmart. These holidays, I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with snapback hair. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I'm still from my 80s, man. I'm so fresh these holidays. I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with snapback hair. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I'm still from my 80s, man. I'm so fresh. Turn up,
Dope boy, fresh, got the cops trying to find me. Christmas spirit, so I laced the blunt with some pine tree. Dope boy, fresh, attracted dope boy sluts.
She say that she never swallowed a dope boy nut.
Sex on product covers fresher than a motherfucker. Even when I fuck her, use a chinchilla rubber. Ostrich skin, shell toes, Village Mart ain't got those. Alpaca fur coat, softer than a taco. She's with eggnog on my shit, beat and shot the bitch. That's alpaca fur, don't rub, you better block that shit. Take her on a cruise, bought a ship from the Navy SEAL. Smoking out a water ball filled up with baby tears. Adidas made for baby seals, feed a killer well meat. I'm so fresh this holidays, with that shit you can tell me.
These holidays, I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with snapback hair. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I'm still from my 80s, man. I'm so fresh these holidays. I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with snapback hair. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I still from out the 80s, man. I'm so fresh.
I'm feeling like Boosie. I'm rocking number Coochie.
Alright,
Later
Big
on,
Kahoona.
I might as well gon' throw on this Gucci. 8732, smoking on the doobie. The criminal time got my baby girl rocking Louis. Man, it's all good. I'm just in the hood. Up at mama house, smoking, drinking, eating good. Man, I'm getting fat. Yeah, I'm really full. Why explain what's already really understood? You know how I do it. Hey, criminal time. Passing out gifts, and they gon' let me shine. This is for the grind. This is for hard time. But on top, man, hey, St. Nick is right on time.
These holidays, I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with the snapback hat. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I'm still from out the 80s, man. I'm so fresh these holidays. I'ma be so fresh. Got some new shell toes with the snapback hat. Adidas tracksuit, might not even got it. Look like I still from out the 80s, man. I'm so fresh.
Shout out my nigga Paco, man. Fly high, Kahoona. Rip my nigga. Ray Ju go cool. Kamehameha on you bitches. AnimalHeezy.com. Oh yeah, one more thing, man. Charles Barkley and Shaq was debating on if Kyle Kuzma or Brandon Ingram was better and shit. Shaq was saying hands down Kyle Kuzma is better, and Charles Barkley was like Brandon Ingram and shit. I personally think Brandon Ingram, man. I don't even think it's close and shit. Kuzma, a good scorer and shit, man. But Brandon Ingram bring the total package as well as height and length and shit. So which counts for a lot. So I don't know. I might do a Hoopcast poll about that shit, but I don't expect nobody but Lakers fans to really care. So, yeah. And last thing too, man. Before I get up out of here, I started watching the Ball Family show on Facebook. It's a good show. It's an interesting show. And LaMelo looks like a little asshole, but the youngest ones out of a set of siblings usually be the asshole, so you can't dispute nature. AnimalHeezy.com. Happy holidays.